In the book Come As You Are by Dr. Emily Nagoski, she makes an important point about our self-criticism of ourselves. She says, I don't think anyone will be surprised to hear that feeling good about your body improves your sex life. It's obvious once you think about it, right? Just think about having sex if you feel insecure and unattractive. How would it feel to have a person you care about touching you and looking at you when the thought of your own body makes you uncomfortable? Would you pay attention to the sensations in your body and your partner's, or would you pay attention to all the things you feel compelled to hide? Now imagine having sex when you feel tremendously confident and beautiful. Imagine a person you care about touching your skin with their hands and their gaze when you love every inch of yourself and can feel your partner appreciating how gorgeous you are. So of course, body self-criticism interferes with sexual well-being, and women will not be fully, blissfully satisfied with their sex lives until they are fully, blissfully satisfied with their own bodies. Which is where we're left saying, great, I'm in, sign me up, but how do we do that? And then she gives us a few suggestions, the first being self-compassion. Here's an exercise she suggests. Write a description of a situation that you're beating yourself up about. It can be anything from an aspect of your sexual functioning to your romantic relationship, to your work, to your body, or anything else. Be sure to include the self-critical thoughts you're battering yourself with. And then write the name of a good friend at the top of the page. And imagine that that person is describing this problem. Imagine that she's asking you for help, and write down what you would tell her. The shorthand version is basically never say anything to yourself that you wouldn't want to say to your best friend or even to your daughter. Her second suggestion is cognitive dissonance, which is basically making a list of everything that you see in your body that you like. So if you strip off your clothes and look in the mirror and you see lots of self-criticism, start to change that and pay attention to the stuff that you actually feel positive about so that you can start to rewire your brain. And then lastly is about media nutrition. She says exposure to media that reinforces body self-criticism increases body dissatisfaction, negative mood, low self-esteem, and even disordered eating. This is perhaps most clearly illustrated by a multi-year study of the impact of Western media, especially television, on young women in Fiji. In a culture where there had been a clear preference for a robust form, after 3 years of exposure to late 1990s American television, think Melrose Place and Beverly Hills 90210, rates of disordered eating among teenage girls rose from 13 to 29%, with 74% reporting that they feel too big or too fat, in sharp contrast to pre-TV culture. And if this wasn't just a blip, 10 years later, rates of disordered eating still hovered around 25 to 30%. So what she says is, as you're looking at movies or television, ask yourself, after I see this, am I going to feel better about my body as it is today or worse? If the answer is better, then do more of that. But if the answer is worse, stop it. And I think that this is really important to share with our young people when it comes to what they're seeing on social media too.